That Brazil is beautiful, everybody knows, but there are a lot of people out there who are interested in acquiring a property in Brazil, to invest in this country, to have a vacation home, to come here every 3 to 6 months. Is this your case? Well, I'm going to share a story of an American from the city of Washington who has recently bought an apartment, a property in Rio, and he has important things to say to you through myself. So stay there. After the intro, I will tell you everything. Hello guys, this is Mark Saint and this is Brazil Unsubtitled. If this is your first time here, we are a channel who has been to YouTube for 4 years or so. And by the way, September is the anniversary of the channel. So if you are seeing us for the first time, consider subscribing to the channel. Help us grow, help us become a reference whenever foreigners want to learn about Brazil, because here we speak English, we don't speak Portuguese, just to bring you the information you need in the comfort of your language. So I think we deserve at least your like. Give us the thumbs up, follow us on the social media. We are always posting new things about Brazil, pictures about Rio, Pantanal, São Paulo, where I live. So help us grow. Well, let's go. I promised you in the beginning of this video that I was going to give you some important information about the process of acquiring a property in Brazil, and I'm not lying. First of all, we have already made a video to teach you guys how to acquire a property in this country. Have you seen it? If you haven't, just click here, up here, for you to watch this and see the procedure step by step. Even though people have watched this video, people still have 20 questions about the procedure. So I have recently been contacting foreigners who have been through the process of acquiring a property so that they could tell us their experience, what works, what doesn't work when it comes to investing in Brazil, what is necessary to be done. So all the steps that you have seen about the public notary, they are all valid, they are all in that video. You have clicked there, but there are things that you need to know. For example, I have this subscriber to the channel. He prefers to be in anonymity, so I'm gonna call him John. He's from Washington. John wanted to buy a property in Rio, and he found through a contractor, one of the biggest in Rio, a penthouse, okay? And he went for that. But what happened? When he made, for you guys who don't know, here in Brazil we have contractors who build buildings and houses, and you pay installments until the property is done.
No shit.
So, like what happened to John, he had a down payment to make, and then every 60 days or so another payment to be made. So when he made the first payment, when he transferred the first part to Brazil, what happened?
I don't know.
The Brazilian government froze his money, and his money got frozen for, I'm gonna say 40 days, but he said it was a long time, 20 days or something, because they found the whole process to be shady. So guys, there is a probability that this could happen to you. Even when you sign the contract, which John did, when you send an amount, and John sent 71 grand, $71,000 to Brazil, that would be something like 350,000 reais. The Brazilian government wanted to know where it came from and why he was sending this money to Brazil. What happens is some people use this beautiful country of Brazil as a laundering location.
No! God, please, no! No!
So in order to avoid this, the government needs to intervene, either you like it or not. So he made the process through wire, because wire transfers directly to business companies. Wise doesn't. And Wise has limitations, wire doesn't. We can talk about this in another video. But even though it happened, and how did he have, what did he have to do to unfreeze the money? First of all, you need to understand the background of this story. He used his girlfriend's address to prove residency in Brazil, to be able to sign the contract and everything, to have his whole thing approved. He signed the contract with the construction company, with the contractor, but in this contract it had the address of his girlfriend, so the government found it shady. So he has sent me a message here I want to read for you guys so that you guys understand, okay? I asked him, why did you have to remake the contract if you had already signed? Wasn't it just a proof, a sufficient proof that the process was legal? And look at what he said. The contract had to be remade because when I made a big move of money to the construtora, he wrote in Portuguese, the contractor, Banco Central, or the Central Bank of Brazil, flagged it as shady. When BC, which is Banco Central, asked for a copy of the contract, they ruled that me putting down a real address, between quotations, my girlfriend's apartment, was shady. They needed proof that I was residing in the US. So I had to get the contract signed again, notarized here in the US, plus I needed to send them proof that I live in the United States with the statements from the utility service. It cost about $120 just to send the original signed, notarized paperwork back to Rio de Janeiro. Also, what you should consider highlighting, he's telling me here, is that the exchange rate you see on xe.com is not the currency exchange you're going to get with the banks. This he said very much in my conversation with him on the phone, on Zoom. He said, Mark, people say one rate, but they always end up charging extra fees. And I don't know where these fees are from, or I don't know what these fees are about, because they don't specify. So there is this probability, okay? Generally, if it's $1 equals 5.29 reais, the recipient gets 5.09 or 5 reais, and they stay with the 20 cents per dollar. That's complicated, this, no? So guys, I wanted to tell you this because my friend John from Washington, when I asked him, and I said, what could I tell the subscribers to open their eyes, to give them the heads up about the whole process? He said, well, never go through assumptions. Don't think, it works like this in the US, it's gonna work like this in Brazil. Don't go like this. Try to see things coming. Try to be prepared for whatever comes. So another thing, if you have the possibility to get a lawyer to help you with the procedure, do it. Do it. Get a lawyer. If you guys don't have a lawyer that you trust, the channel has one. I can tell you, can give you this contact. Just call me in the direct on Instagram. Send me a direct message and I can share the contact of my personal lawyer for you guys to help you with any procedures that you might have. It's very important. So don't assume it works in the US, it's gonna work in Brazil. It could be a problem. I also want to tell you that I've been following a few foreigners' processes at this moment, and there is one other guy who's gonna give me an interview on Saturday. He has recently gotten a CPF. He was checking the possibility of getting the CRNM, which is the temporary visa, and he's gonna walk us through this process. He's gonna help us with this process. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. Subscribe to the channel in case you haven't, because I'm working for you guys. Even though I have so many other occupations, I'm working for you guys to have success when it comes to Brazil. Stay with us, help us, spread this video with your friends, and I'll see you soon. Saturday morning I'll be recording, so this weekend you might have another video. Thank you, John, for your story, for sharing your experience with us. What is the outcome of John's story? He has recently gotten the money unfrozen, and also he's paying for his penthouse normally. Apparently he got now to transfer the money through a private account of one of the owners of the construction company, so that the money doesn't get frozen anymore. And now he has the contract with all the stamps from the notary public coming from the United States, so everything's okay. John, thank you so much for sharing the story with us. Guys, thank you so much for watching one more video of this channel. Don't forget to leave the thumbs up, please. It doesn't cost anything. Just click there and you're gonna help us a lot. You have no idea. If you know how YouTube works, you know that YouTubers need that to survive. So I'm sorry to be bagging about this, but it's necessary. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. The address is appearing here again. I was gonna say here, but here. And also binge watch our videos. We have already made a lot of content. One of these videos might help you. So in the end of the video, I'm gonna let some new ones for you to binge watch and stay a little bit more with me. Thank you so much. See you next time.